Hey everyone, and welcome. You've probably clicked that little blue PayPal button more times than you can count. But today, we're going to go behind the checkout screen. We're going to dive deep into the business strategy of PayPal and figure out what it means for the future of, well, your wallet. So, we all get what PayPal does. You click, you pay, it's simple. But in a world with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and a million other competitors, how does it actually plan to win? That's the real story we're getting into today. The strategy behind the tap. All right, first things first, we've got to start thinking bigger than just that button. See, PayPal isn't just a payment processor, it's a massive financial ecosystem that they call the PayPal wallet. So what exactly is the PayPal wallet? Well, think of it as their grand vision. It's not just a place to pay for things. It's supposed to be a digital hub where you store your money, get rewards, and manage your finances. Their goal? It's for you to basically live inside their app, not just pop in and out. And, they have an absolutely incredible foundation to build on. Just look at this number, 426 million active accounts. That is a massive global user base, and it gives them this huge head start right out of the gate. Okay, so with that many users, how does the money actually work? Where does it come from? Let's pull back the curtain on the PayPal money machine and see exactly how a simple tap turns into billions of dollars in revenue. Now, what's really interesting here is just how simple the core business is. The lion's share of their income, that huge slice of the donut, it just comes from the small fee that merchants pay on every single transaction. But here's the thing, not all transactions are created equal. And this slide right here explains the whole secret sauce. When you pay using money that's already in your PayPal account, they call that an on-us transaction, it is incredibly profitable for them. But if they have to go and pull money from your linked credit card, an off-us transaction, their profit margin gets squeezed because they have to pay card network fees. And this one distinction, it is the key to their entire strategy. But here's the twist. Despite its massive size, despite all that profitability, PayPal is kind of like a giant under siege. There are some serious cracks starting to appear in its armor, and you can bet the competition is circling. So the first major issue is user growth. I mean, just look at this chart. The crazy, explosive growth they had in the past has slowed down to a crawl. That flood of new users, it's pretty much drying up. And that leads us to problem number 2. Of those 426 million users, a huge chunk of them are basically dormant. Yeah, they have an account, but they hardly ever use it. They're not holding balances, they're not making a ton of purchases, which means they're not generating that super high profit revenue we just talked about. And all of this is happening while the battlefield has gotten incredibly crowded. You've got Apple and Google Pay, which are seamlessly built right into our phones, and they dominate tap to pay. Then you have Block's Cash App, which has totally captured the younger generation with peer-to-peer payments and crypto. Everyone wants a piece of the wallet. So when you're faced with all these challenges, what do you do? Well, PayPal is making a major pivot. This is a brand new strategy for a brand new era, and it's all being led by their new CEO. And this quote from CEO Alex Kress, it says, "Everything. The game isn't about getting the most users anymore. Nope. The new game is about getting the right users to use PayPal more often and more deeply. It's a huge shift from quantity over to quality." So here's the comeback plan in a nutshell. They're going to zero in on their most active users. They're going to roll out new shopping tools and rewards to keep them in the app. And the ultimate goal through all of this? To convince you to keep a balance in your account, driving those super profitable on-us transactions, and hopefully transforming PayPal from just a button into an essential financial super app. Which, of course, brings us to the final multi-billion-dollar question. With this new strategy locked in, can the original digital wallet actually win again? When you boil it all down, this is the mountain they have to climb. It's one thing to have an account you use maybe once a month. It is a completely different challenge to make PayPal the central hub of someone's financial life. They literally have to change the habits of millions and millions of people. And that kind of leaves us with this final thought. Is this laser focus on profitability a stroke of genius that's going to revitalize the whole company? Or is it going to alienate all those casual users that made them a giant in the first place? It's a really high-stakes bet on the future of your wallet. Thanks for joining me.